Dear fellow citizens and residents of East Cairo Hills, on occasion of the celebration of the 74th Independence Day, I take this privilege to convey my heartfelt greetings to the people of Meghalaya and to the people of East Cairo Hills. On this day, today, we also recollect with gratitude the immense contribution made by our great sons and daughters of the country who helped give birth to the world's largest democracy. We are proud of the contributions of the patriots of our own state, O Tirat Singh, O Kyang Nangba, Pa Togan Sangma, and of their selflessness and steadfast devotion to the cause of the freedom. Today the country is free because of their immense sacrifices. Therefore, as we commemorate our freedom fighters, let us imbibe their spirit and rededicate ourselves to the service of our state and to that of our nation. It is their spirit of selflessness that is required today as we fight the unprecedented challenge posed by COVID-19 pandemic worldwide. At the outset, I want to thank and pay my utmost gratitude to all the COVID-19 warriors, be it from the health department, be it from the police department, and be it from the district administration, and also from the communities who have done a fabulous job since the month of March as we continue our fight against COVID. As of August 1st, the number of COVID-19 positive cases in Meghalaya recorded per million is still the lowest in the country, which speaks volumes about our different approach and the commitment of our machinery to fight this pandemic. There have been significant improvements since then. The state has increased its number of ventilators from 4 to 71. We have sufficient quantities of all the equipments and medication needed. In a span of 4 months, the testing capacity of the state has increased from 30 tests to over 1,000 tests every day. The state now has 3847 dedicated COVID-19 beds available across the districts. Apart from that, I want to congratulate the health department who stood second in the country when it came to immunization coverage. The state now has 1272 community quarantine centers spread across the district. In East Cairo Hills itself, we have more than 165 community quarantine centers. I want to apprise you that more than 1,200 returnees have come to East Cairo Hills since the beginning of the lockdown in March. We have ensured that all 1,200 plus returnees observed the quarantine, and it would not have been possible without the engagement of the community, because everyone would not have been accommodated in institutional quarantine. So I applaud these 170 community quarantine centers who are still working, by the way, as the returnees are still coming. The state has over 7,000 community COVID management committees. In the district itself, we have more than 400 plus such committees, and they are actively doing the behavior change management of the people, how we need to adopt. COVID-19 is a reality which will not go, and we have to learn to live with this reality, and these committees are helping us achieve that goal. Meghalaya government has done a lot for those who were returning. For citizens stranded outside, a one-time financial assistance of 3,000 each was given from the Chief Minister's special grant. Special trains were organized from Chennai, Bangalore, Delhi, and various cities of Maharashtra and other major cities so that all can return. The government of Meghalaya also issued provision kits. So all those returning were given provision kits so that they need not come out for 14 days. That was a very innovative approach and highly appreciated. In order to encourage the communities to fight against COVID, the government gave 10,000 rupees to each community quarantine committee, and this helped them maintain the community quarantine centers. For the daily wage workers, a financial assistance of 5,000 per beneficiary was given as a compensation allowance to 25,794 registered workers. That's a phenomenal feat amounting to nearly 13 crores. Apart from that, under Chief Minister's Relief Fund, an amount of 4.5 crore was utilized in purchasing 25 108 ambulances, of which we also got one, and then another 95 lakhs for purchase of 20 eco ambulances, of which one was given to East Garo Hills. In East Garo Hills, we started an online portal for relief, district relief fund, and I am happy to share that donations have come from across the country and even abroad, and our line departments have also generously donated, and we raised about more than 7 lakhs, and we helped the daily wage earners during the initial period of the lockdown. To improve the health infrastructure, government has committed 75 crores and already the process of renovation has started. PSCs, CSCs in East Garo Hills, in collaboration with Selco, we are making them solar powered also. So already some of the sub-centers are solar powered. Our Corona Care Center is also solar powered. In another good development, government has also pursued with World Bank a project for 352 crores for improvement of our hospitals. So that's a wonderful step in improving the medical health care. This COVID has given us an opportunity. It's a crisis, it's a chaos, but I feel that every chaos is a ladder, is a staircase which we need to climb up, taking inspiration. So this has given us the opportunity to improve our health infrastructure, which we are doing. In the field of agriculture, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the farmers were provided a special assistance for vegetable seeds, 75% subsidy, which has helped more than 12,000 farmers across the country. In Meghalaya, under PM Kisan, we have been constantly increasing the enrollment, which now stands more than 7,000. With regard to the locust swarm, which is affecting several states, we are having an action plan, and our departments are ready in case that happens to our district. In case of fisheries, the total production of the state was 14,000 metric ton. Seed production was little over 13 million. But the fact that I am proud of today is that during this period of lockdown, over 300 metric ton of locally procured fish was sold in Meghalaya, amounting to a total of more than 9 crores. That's a proud fact. And in East Garo Hills also, we are moving towards achieving self-sufficiency when it comes to fish production, and we have aimed at 2025 as the year where we will achieve this. On veterinary department's front, there have been some cases of African swine fever in Meghalaya, and our teams and rapid response team and task force is ready to deal with any such cases. When it comes to milk production, the Meghalaya Milk Mission is being implemented with an investment of 220 crores. I believe in East Garo Hills, we have tremendous potential to increase the piggery, the poultry, and all other aspects where we can again become self-sufficient. Let us take this opportunity and become self-sufficient in all of the produce so that we don't depend on neighboring states. When it comes to homeless, our municipal has started a shelter home where we have, as we speak, 2 people who have been sheltered during this pandemic. Across Meghalaya, over 100 homeless people have been provided. This is being done by the respective municipalities. To deal with the biomedical waste, 2 treatment plants work order has been issued in Tura and Shillong. The government under Jal Shakti Ministry has recently launched Jal Jeevan Mission. I believe this is one of the most important projects in the next 3 years, where tap connection, water connection will be provided to each house, each rural household. Imagine all villages, all houses will be given piped water supply. This is a very ambitious scheme which is to be completed by 2024. But I am more than happy that Government of Meghalaya has set a target to achieve the same by December 2022. So we look forward to work with PHE and other departments in convergence to complete this. Under Jal Shakti Abhiyan, last year we have made more than 400 check dams, which this year have produced great results. Whenever I visit the villages, they say that this year the ring wells are not drying. Wherever there are these check dams. So I am happy that the results have shown even in one single year, and we are continuing to implement this Jal Shakti Abhiyan. When it comes to water resource departments, there are 84 ongoing minor irrigation projects with an investment of more than 288 crores. under Pradhan Mantri Krishi Sanchai Yojana. Our rice production, when I talk to farmers, they cannot increase or do multi-cropping because of want of water. They want water, they want irrigation, and if that is provided, I'm sure we can double and triple our paddy production. So if water resource through this scheme can channelize these waters to our paddy fields, I'm sure we'll see an increase in the paddy production. When it comes to border huts, the government of India and of Bangladesh have jointly approved 6 new border huts along the Indo-Bangla international border, which mostly Meghalaya will be benefiting, and our export potential can be utilized in that sector. Under PM-EGP, Prime Minister Employment Generation Program, 453 loans were disbursed, giving an employment of 1,132. Whenever youngsters, they come up with an idea, they have a business idea, they say we don't have finances. So this is the answer to your question, PM-EGP. Please apply under this scheme and you can avail loans to the tune of 10 lakh to 25 lakhs, depending on what work or what business you want to start. This is being undertaken by the Industries Department. Under food and civil supplies, during the pandemic, it was very difficult to provide for those who were non-card holders. So under the Atmanirbhar Bharat scheme, free rice 5 kg per head was given to the migrant laborers, to those without cards, and it is being implemented by the Supplies Department. Another scheme, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Ann Yojana, gave them, the card holders, additional allocation, and it is being given till the month of November. So this has essentially taken care of the adverse effect of the lockdown. Under skill development, MSDE has appointed 11 fellows, Mahatma Gandhi National Fellows, trained by IIM Bangalore, and 1 fellow is here in our district for the next 2 years, and she is visiting various departments. She is being attached to various departments, and she will help us develop a skill development plan. Under Basin Development Authority, one important project is going, CLLMP, Community-Led Landscape Management Project. We have 30 Clemp villages in our district, and these are essentially identified where we need to do sustainable development, where the plantation has to be revived. So we are coming up with an idea of multi-dimensional check dam. A check dam which will stop, of course it will stop the soil erosion, it will recharge ground level water, but at the same time it can be a tourism spot, it can be a fisheries pond, it can be a solar power generation pond, it can be a hydrosher setup, it can be a Barsha pump setup, so many things. So if everything goes well, by the end of this year we'll have 3 such projects in our district. When it comes to tourism, Meghalaya state GDP is only 3% of which comes from tourism, which is way too less. Many countries earn up till 50% of their GDP from tourism. So we need, and the state government has aimed to make it 15%. So that's an ambitious project that we are going into, and we have great potential in East Garo Hills as well. Social Welfare Department. Now the Chief Minister's Social Assistance Program, over 1 lakh senior citizens are getting pensions. Earlier, there was lag in dispersal of pensions to the tune of 6 months to 12 months at times. But this has been resolved, and it is ensured that the pension is received within the first week of every month. For the National Social Assistance Program, it has been made direct to the account, so that means it comes on time in the first week of every month. So that has been a significant development. One-stop centers for women in distress have been set up in all districts in Meghalaya, and I am happy to share that our new building is almost complete, and currently it is functioning from a temporary building. Under Accessible India campaign, a total of 136 buildings have been identified, and I'm again happy to share that our DC office also was a part of this project, and it has been made disabled friendly, and soon one lift also will be made operational for the persons with disability. Under MGNREGS job card, I believe that this is the most important project when it comes to rural development. Every year Meghalaya, we do work worth more than 1100 crores through MGNREGS. In my all village visits, wherever I have gone, I have seen most of the work has been done through MGNREGS, be it the GPable road, be it the CC road, be it the bridges, be it culvert, whatever. This is an ambitious project, and we wish through our BDOs and their staff, we are constantly monitoring to make it even better by creating durable assets. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, when we started in 2019, the overall percentage completion was only 4%, and I'm happy to share that for this houses allotted under 16-17, now we have reached more than 90%, and we are constantly striving to complete the remainder of the houses so that more people can get this low cost houses. There are many people in the villages who deserve these house subsidy, and we want more allotment to come to East Garo Hills. Regarding road communication, which is a key ingredient in all-round development, during the financial year 1920, 48 new roads have been constructed, 106 km of Kacha roads have been blacktop, and 355 of RPC bridges have been constructed, sanctioned under various heads, and various departments have been involved in this. Lastly, I want to mention that it was in 1947 when we got the independence from the British. It has been 73 years and running, but there are many things from which we still need to get independence from. We need independence from poverty and hunger. There are still many people, it is very unfortunate, but it is there, who go hungry every day. We need to boost our rural economy to take care of these people by generating livelihood. We need independence from illiteracy. Good education is the key to solve all problems, but unfortunately, as per the Acer ratings as well, Meghalaya stands at the bottom. We need to prioritize, like we are doing with health, we also need to prioritize education, and we need to work 24/7 to improve our education system. That is the only answer to all the problems. We need independence from crime and violence. Without a foundation of peace, there can be no prosperity. Our police, I pay my gratitude to our policemen who are doing an excellent job, and overall law and order situation of the district and the state has been normal. And unless it is kept normal, there can be no development. So law and order and the work of police comes before administration. Once the peace is there, then only prosperity can follow. We need independence from diseases. Good health is the prerequisite of everything. If you're not feeling good, you will not be able to do any work. And eventually, we want independence from COVID-19 pandemic as well. So for East Garo Hills, we have set up a roadmap for the year 2025, and all the departments are creating their own targets to achieve by 2025. But it is impossible with the support of the people. Let us all work together, and once we achieve independence from all these evils and social problems which I have mentioned, that only will be considered true independence. Thank you. Once again, a very happy Independence Day. Mithila, Jai Hind.